Welcome to our channel. Success awaits you. In the previous video of the biology series, we discussed the major parts of cells. Today, we are going to talk about plasma membranes in detail. Before going into the further details, let's have a recap of what is plasma membrane. It is an envelope-like membrane that lies next to the cell wall. But in animal cells, it is the outermost boundary of the cell due to the absence of a cell wall. If we talk about its functions, it has many jobs, but the major role of the plasma membrane is to protect the cell from its surroundings. The plasma membrane is selectively permeable, which means that it allows only some substances, molecules, or ions to pass across the membrane. If we talk about its composition, the plasma membrane is made of a phospholipid bilayer, along with other various lipids, proteins, and carbohydrates. To explain the structure of biological membranes, various models have been put forward from time to time. But none of them was accepted, such as lipid and lipid bilayer model by Gorter-Grendel and the unit membrane model by Davson and Danieli, etc. Later on, when the fluid Mosaic model has proposed, it was accepted universally, though the model has evolved somewhat over time. It is a model which describes the cell membrane, and it was proposed by Singer and Nicholson. It plays an important role in cellular function and the maintenance of homeostasis. Cell membranes are built from lipids and proteins. The components of a plasma membrane include phospholipids, carbohydrates, proteins, and cholesterol. Plasma membrane is a pliable structure having two sheets of phospholipids, which are the main fabric of the membrane. A phospholipid molecule is a 3-carbon glycerol, with 2 fatty acids and a modified phosphate group attached to a glycerol backbone. A phospholipid is an amphipathic molecule. Do you know what does it mean? It means that it has both a hydrophobic and a hydrophilic component. To understand the explanation better, you can look at this diagram. Here you can see this figure. It shows the arrangement of phospholipid bilayer tail to tail, while the polar heads contact the fluid inside and outside of the cell. Cholesterol is the most common steroid and is mainly synthesized in the liver. Before moving forward, let's have a brief look at what is steroid. Steroids are lipids because they are hydrophobic and insoluble in water, but they do not resemble lipids since they have a structure composed of 4 fused rings. Cholesterol is interspersed between the phospholipid bilayer, maintaining the structural integrity and regulating the fluidity of cell membranes. It stabilizes the cell membrane. Proteins make up the second major chemical component of plasma membranes. There are 2 groups of proteins. One is integral proteins, which are embedded in the plasma membrane. They may serve as channels or pumps to move materials into or out of the cell. Another is peripheral proteins are found on the exterior or interior surfaces of membranes, attached either to integral proteins or to phospholipid molecules. The third major components of plasma membrane is carbohydrates found on the exterior surface, chemically bound to glycolipids and glycoproteins. This diagram best describes the plasma membrane. If we sum up it all, today we have learnt about the plasma membrane, its functions, composition, and its structure through fluid Mosaic model. Let's end this video here. Hope you like it. If you do so, kindly show some support. See you in the next video.